Hey everyone, it's Joby here. It's been a while since my last video. Been pretty swamped with my old 8 to 5 job, but I'm back and I'll do my best to catch up on OnceHuman news and updates. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, so the first topic I want to discuss is Prismverse Clash. In Phase 1, I played as Rosetta and I joined a few PvP battles, but honestly, I've been doing a lot of PvE just to level up and catch up with everyone else on the server. If you watched my last video on Prismverse Clash, you'll remember I predicted PvE and PvP players would be able to help each other out, and it looks like I was pretty spot on. So both types of players can coexist and support their factions. And out of my group of 3 friends, one of us snagged a Prism Deviant just mining an ore and ended up getting a beaver from it. So that's pretty wild, right? Speaking of my Rosetta faction in Phase 1, we scored a total of 4,590 Prism Energy points, and as a faction, everyone got 2,300 Starchrom rewards, even if they didn't participate much. For those that ranked in the top 10, they get an item called a Legendary Rosetta Faction Advanced Fireworks 1. That's quite a mouthful. When you place this type of crate on the ground, you'll get like a fireworks animation and some Starcom rewards when it's open. So if you're in the top 10, 1 to 10, you get 1500 Starcrom. If you're from 11 to 100, I believe you get 1000 Starcrom for the epic one. And for the rare one, if you're 101 and above or below, then you just get 800, which is me. Okay, so I don't mind 800, that's better than nothing. And also, each crate sticks around for a limited time and can be opened a few times before disappearing. And I'll put those images above in this video. Other than that, there's still a lot of lag, and I would say nutcrackers are ridiculously overpowered right now. As for today, Phase 2 just started, which is called Clash at Blackfell. So this opens up the west side of Blackfell. This is where you can mine aluminum and tungsten ore to level up your crafting and gear. In this phase, Prism Energy is super important. So you can grab more Prism Energy by securing Prism Deviants, and there's a new one called the Berserkosaurus Rex. You can also track areas with high Prism Energy right on the map. We also got 2 new prize pools in the wishing machine called Parting Bullet and Desert Gunslinger. Paradise Lost, Operation Chiron, and Hard Mode dungeons are now available, but Blackfell East will still be locked for now. Also, in this phase, there are 2 buffs. First one's called Sanctuary. So from in-game, daily, midnight to noon, buildings take 70% less damage from players. And another buff is if a faction has less than 40% Prism Energy, they get a buff that lets them secure Prism Deviations 20% faster. So far that's my take on Prismverse Clash and what's happening in Phase 2. And just a little bit rant. So I've been seeing a lot of alt accounts hanging out at like level 3 or level 5 just to secure resource important spaces. And it's super frustrating because, this prevents legit faction players from using those resources, especially in the safe zone. So even though our faction is doing well, this could hurt other factions like the Mayfly when they need the help. So honestly, the quote 1 account per server end quote rule isn't really doing anything to stop it. Alright everyone, so the next topic is the Way of Winter PvE scenario. So in their Discord Dev Talk channel, they provided us some sneak peeks in text, not in images, of what each phase may look like as we explore this new scenario. So just like the previous scenarios we have all played, there will be 5 seasonal phases. The first 4 phases are the main gameplay phases, whereas the last phase will be another sign up for the next scenario. So the first phase is called Arctic Domain, which lasts for 7 days. 2 regions in the Snowy Realm will be available to us. One is called Vina Fjord, and the other is Onyx Tundra. The available content are the public crisis events, Hell's Moving House, Cargo Conquest, and Securement Silos. Also, in the Wishing Machine prize pool, the Echoes from the Rift will be in there. Phase 2 is called Scattered Ash that lasts for 8 days. A new area called Ember Strand will be available. Also, all areas of the Snowy Realm will be unlocked. There will be two new prize pools in this phase called Destructive Flames and Blazing Fire. Hard mode for all dungeons will be available, and a new seasonal progress task will be added called Eliminate the Chaos Weaver. Phase 3 is called A Glimmer of Hope, which lasts for 10 days. Pro mode for dungeons are available, and the seasonal task of Eliminate the Chaos Weavers continues. Phase 4 is called The End of Ice and Fire, which I thought that was something related to Game of Thrones, and this lasts for 10 days as well. There will be an event called Frost and Flame. Also, the Chaos Weaver spawns on the highest level, and it affects the area temperature in a long range, but eliminating it possibly uh, removes this threat. So I'm assuming this thing called the Chaos Weaver, once it spawns somewhere on the map, anyone near this area will be affected by the temperature, but I assume that once you remove this thing, it'll remove this debuff on everyone in that area. Two new prize pools will be added to the wishing machine. One is called Tranquil Frost, and the other is called Frost Domain. Eliminate the Chaos Weaver seasonal task also continues through this phase. Also, a new seasonal progress task will be added called Build and Protect Wonders, the Thermal Tower. Kind of somehow that relates or is similar to what I've seen in Frostpunk. You know, Frostpunk, they have that thermal tower where you got to build up heat, and to protect it, you got to defend it from, I guess, being destroyed. Who knows? And last, we have Phase 5 called Break of Dawn, and a new season will be available for sign up. The devs plan to update the seasonal tags on the 17th, so all scenarios will use the same set of seasonal tags such as combat environments, cradles, prize pools, deviant invasions, and more. These tags will remain consistent so that players can select the same server as their friends. The devs will also make adjustments to the Cradle override, where all weapon builds will provide buffs, and several keywords will gain new mechanics so that everyone can enjoy a new experience. Last, the devs plans to convert blueprints after the update on the 17th. So how does it work? In the first season, if you reach level 40, you can access the blueprint conversion feature in the blueprint screen, something how we can do the mod conversion feature. But if you're not level 40 in season 1, you can still wait until season 2 for the feature to be automatically unlocked. You can spend blueprint conversion attempts to swap the star levels of any unlocked blueprint with another unlocked blueprint of the same rarity and gear type, so whether it's weapons or armor. So I guess it's like if you have the, an epic, I mean not epic, a legendary pistol with 5 to 6 stars, and you want to swap it to like your bingo sniper at like 1 star, maybe that's possible. I don't know for sure, but that would be OP. The cost to convert is one blueprint conversion attempt. And I'm assuming these attempts are talking about, I think it's probably similar to how we reset our mimetic specialization season. You had this currency thing where every time you continue through the next phase or season, you get a new currency to respec. Maybe that's how they're going to do it, but we'll see how that would be like, as they will also put a limit on how many times you can do this. Anyways, and that's a wrap for what the devs plans to bring in for the next scenario. For just this scenario, what are things you guys are looking towards to, and what do you hope the devs can fix before the scenario is live? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for listening. Lates.